If somebody tell me that they sold 300 kilos of cocaine on the record, then I'd be like, oh, he lying. Because I know if I ever got on tape and said that I sold cocaine...
Don't say tape, that's gonna be too old. Don't say tape.
Why
Don't
not?
say tape, because nobody got no tapes no more, Rick.
CDs, tapes, same thing.
Link, nigga, it's a link.
Link. If you get on a link and you say... If I get on a link and I say I sold cocaine, the prosecutor probably come in and indict me.
Right.
Right.
Take me to the grow house. Take me to the grow house. I wanna grow. I grew up off of you, now I'm seeing y'all all grow up to be the most beautiful plants ever. I love my life. Thank you, WikiLeaf.
I already know you say this is the new Rick Ross. You figured out a way to get people to support you with your marijuana brand, and people always they look up to you. You know what I'm saying? I look up to you because you remind me of my dad. My dad was a heroin kingpin in Washington D.C.
Oh wow.
Right, and he just had this thing, and it's the same way. Like he loved the lifestyle.
Everybody likes drug dealers.
I know, but
That's why Scarface has done so well. And it's a make-believe drug dealer.
There was no truth to that?
No, that's fake. I'm the real Tony Montana story. From rags to riches.
That part.
I started with $125. My boy had $125.
Damn.
And we turned that shit into an empire. Something that's still going right now today. Because all of this is off of that we started. Everything that I do right now, from the book to my other book to the movie that I'm working on right now. One of my fighters just won a belt last Saturday, so right now I got a fighter that's a world champ.
So what you done in the past is contribute to hip hop. It's what you've done has contributed to the evolution of hip hop.
Oh, definitely on the West Coast. Where if you go back to the beginning of West Coast hip hop, which was Master Spade. Master Spade used to buy cocaine from me. He took his cocaine money, he bought a drum machine. That same drum machine is the drum machine that Dr. Dre learned how to produce music on. So when you go all the way back to it, and if you follow the cocaine trail around the country, you can see wherever the cocaine is hot at, the music becomes hot in those areas.
You right, son, because I could tell, boy, in D.C., boy, in the 80s, man, them clubs was popping. What question are you tired of fucking answering?
Why the rapper stole my name?
Oh.
So I don't want this show to be listen, I don't want this show to be about that. And then, like, when I interview, I try to ask questions that, you know, maybe never asked, whatever. But your biggest issue is why a rapper stole your name?
That's what most people ask me, yeah. Most people ask me that.
How frustrating is that?
It's not frustrating to me at all. I try not to get frustrated.
Right.
I like to be in control.
In control?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it got to be something to say. You did, a lot of people know your story. You did, what, 12, 13 years?
20 in prison.
Oops.
20.
I do not want to take those numbers away, nigga.
That's okay. That's okay.
Motherfucker, like, fuck that, nigga. 20
I don't mind,
20.
though. I don't mind, though.
20, and you were popular on the streets. You became a popular name, especially in hip-hop, while you were locked up. Rick Ross comes, he roughs your names. Anytime did you feel like it was paying an honor to you or out of respect?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He loves me. He adores me.
Right.
He wishes he was me.
That's not a bad thing to do, though.
Oh, no, I ain't mad at him.
So do you think that...
I ain't mad at him. He just should have came and said that. You know, he could have came and said, man, look, I want to use your name. Here's $5 and a cup of water. You know what I'm saying? I would have took a drunk.
How do you take advantage? The name that you made popular in the streets, the name that you made popular in, like, a household name in hip-hop
I'm
community,
changing my name.
that's what I was getting ready to say.
I'm gonna
But
change
can
my
you
name.
do it?
You know what I'm gonna do?
it?
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna swap names with him. I'm gonna let him keep Rick Ross, and then I'm gonna go ask him how much he gonna charge me to be William Roberts.
Which one, this is not a question, which one, who getting the most money, William Roberts or Rick Ross?
Well, you see, when a race starts, you don't
The
go...
reason why I say is, okay, go
I
ahead,
got you.
talk.
But
All
when
right.
you run a race, you don't go by who's winning. You go by who win.
Right.
So the race is not over until it's over. So who's getting the most money right now, it don't really matter to me, you know.
Right.
Mine is gonna be who's gonna get the most money in the end.
Do you smoke?
No, I don't. I haven't
How you
smoked.
gonna smoke shit? Y'all niggas don't even smoke.
Right.
You smoke that?
Nope.
You don't smoke your shit? Who tells you got a man? One of your mans smoking.
I
One
got
of you-
testers.
Testers. Can I be a tester? Yo, that's the job I was, son. But the brand,
I already got one. He wants to get paid for testing. I was like, look,
That's some Hollywood shit.
look, motherfucker, they don't pay you to test weed.
Yo,
I can get motherfuckers to line up out here to test some weed. So don't you get it twisted.
and guess whose
I
hand
will
is right?
fire your ass.
Yo,
if you go
you
to talk about-
fired, motherfucker. But we was talking, and it's so interesting somebody could be in the cannabis business, but don't use cannabis.
Right.
So why should people trust your brand? I know you said you got some testers, but why should they trust your brand?
I'm gonna have, in the end, now, let me show you what I see. I see me having the biggest brand, the best weed, at the cheapest price.
That's a lot.
That's how I do it. That's what I want to bring to the people.
The best shit at the cheapest price?
Yeah.
Then how is it gonna hold its value though?
Well, see, most people, they do it for money.
Right.
I do it for kicks,
All right.
just to have fun. To see if I can do it. You know, all these guys, they got these great big, pretty buildings and got the great grows. When I started, I didn't know how to smell weed. I didn't know what it smelled like. I didn't know nothing about it. So for me to go from that to dominating the business
Again, in a legal way.
in
That's
a
important.
legal way, in my mind, it'll show the dominance of my brilliance. And so what I want to do is I want to show my brilliance. I want to show that not only was I brilliant when I started selling cocaine, but I was brilliant before that, but nobody knew how to show me how to bring that brilliance to light. You know, I was in a school with subprime teachers, and my mom was raised by a sharecropper, you know, so she taught me everything that she could, but she hadn't been in a position to be able to show an entrepreneur how to be an entrepreneur.
Do you think there's a such thing as, you heard this phrase before, do you think there's such thing as truly, some niggas say, that nigga's a born hustler. Do you think certain motherfuckers are born?
Not necessarily.
No?
I don't think I was a born hustler. I think that I learned that money was important, and I found out what it was like to not have money and what it was like to have money.
Who did you look up to? Because as much as
At
people
different
look
times in my life.
Yeah. At the time, I put it like this. At the time that you was going through a transition in your life, at a time where you like, okay, I could choose right or wrong right now. I could choose right or wrong.
Well, I've had multiple people that I looked up to. Tookie was somebody I looked up to. Another guy that stayed on my street who really was a Crip, I looked up to him, OJ. Then Arthur Ashe became somebody I looked up to.
Yo, man, that is such a fucking crazy transition from those people, from some names that people probably wouldn't respect, wouldn't know about or care about, to probably at that time one of the most gifted black athletes and shit. And the fact that you could look up to people with totally different lives. And what
Yeah.
did you get out of that? What was the thing that you looked at them for? What did you admire
Arthur
about
Ashe?
those guys? Yeah.
Arthur Ashe, I played tennis. I wanted to be a tennis pro.
That's wild.
Come on, man. You just fucked my whole story up, man. Yo, nigga, you play tennis? I'm just, so I heard about the nigga. What?
Until I was 18.
So why you didn't pursue that?
I couldn't read or write.
You could what?
Read or write.
Oh,
How did you do that? How does a person, let me tell you this, and it's not a crazy question, and I guess that's how black people can adapt. How do a person can get to of a certain age and can't read or write, like at a level, or just can't do it?
Well, in my situation, nobody ever showed me the science of reading, and nobody ever sit me down and broke it down to me, and then I didn't want to learn how to read. You know, I saw no need in reading.
Why you didn't see a need in reading? Because you was getting everything you, why?
Well, I was gonna be a tennis player. First, I was gonna be a football player,
I got you.
basketball player.
So you was of the notion, all the fuck I gotta do is serve this bitch at 99 miles an hour.
And I'm good.
And I'm good. Yo, nigga, that's the realest answer I've ever fucking heard. Nigga, read for what, nigga? I'm hitting a ball, nigga.
None of the guys I looked up to read. They wasn't carrying around books.
Right?
But now, after I drop out of high school, they tell me I'm not gonna be able to go to college. And my boy called me and he was like,
You say you ain't gonna be able to go to college?
Yeah.
You couldn't read.
I know, but I thought you could go to college
nigga,
without being able to read.
Nigga. Yo, hold on, son. Hold
They
on.
was letting the football players do
Yo,
it.
goddamn, son.
They was
yo.
letting the football players go to college
So
and they
you mean
couldn't
to
read.
tell me you was like this? Nigga, I'm going to college, all that, and I ain't gonna read shit?
Exactly. I ain't filling out no applications.
You had to sell drugs, man.
I was stuck.
At the step. Today's show was sponsored by our favorite WikiLeaf. They know weed. Let me tell you, WikiLeaf.com will help you find a perfect strand and a perfect delivery service in your area. Who does that? WikiLeaf.com. Go to WikiLeaf.com and begin your cannabis journey. At the height of your, I guess, when it was really popping, at the height of that, how many people worked for you when you was at the height, when you was making, what was the number, $10 million a week?
$1 million a day.
$1 million a day.
I probably had about 40 guys, 50 guys.
Really?
If you ever get a chance,
Could they read?
I don't know. I didn't ask them.
Nigga, don't tell me all y'all niggas wasn't reading, son.
I didn't ask them to fill out no applications. You know what I used to ask them?
What?
Do you smoke cocaine?
Yo, do you snort it or you smoke it?
Do you smoke it?
And then what?
And do you snort it?
And
if
then
they
what?
say no, they
Had
hire
a
him.
job, yeah,
Hire him.
right.
Oh, God.
Yo, the process of being working
Right.
for you, son, nigga, I wish I was back there. Just say no for everything. You
I don't even ask them, do they steal? And I know
find
you're
out.
gonna do a little stealing. Now you're gonna do a little stealing, you know what I'm saying? That's just...
I said that to this guy, he owned this bar once, and we was talking about that. I said, well, you know, you can expect him to do a little stealing. He said, they ain't gonna steal nothing. I was like, you a fool. You a fool if you don't think they're gonna take.
Are they gonna do a little
They
stealing?
gonna do something, but you gotta at least be able to know what that is.
Yeah.
What era, and I know you so connected to the hip hop community, what would you consider your era of hip hop was? Because everybody has an era where it was like, that was my shit. For me, it was the 90s, it was DMX. But what was your era for hip hop that you connected with it, if any?
I guess the whole time. You know, I've been a part of hip hop since it started. In a lot of ways, you know, I look at myself and I should have been the king of it. I had an opportunity to.
But then when Rick Ross shit come on, you used to be like, this man, turn that whack ass, that shit trash. Did you shit on it because he took your
No, it
name?
don't bother me.
Did you like his music?
I don't listen to it.
No?
He makes some good music,
Right.
but I don't listen to it.
Right. I wouldn't listen to that shit either.
Because it's lies. You know,
Right.
you want to listen to somebody lie to you, you didn't listen to it.
Damn.
But I ain't got time to
Because
listen.
what makes a lie? Because they weren't living the life that they brag about? Is that the lie?
If somebody tell me that they sold 300 kilos of cocaine on a record, then I'd be like, oh, he lying. Because I know if I ever got on tape and said that I sold cocaine,
Don't
right
say
now,
tape. That's gonna be too old. Don't say tape.
why
Don't
not?
say tape, because nobody got no tapes no more, Rick.
CDs, tapes, same thing.
Link, nigga, it's a link.
Link. If you get on a link and you say,
I'm dead.
if I get on a link and I say I sold cocaine, the prosecutor probably come in and indict me.
Right.
Right.
Just what we needed. That's what they be saying. That's exactly what we needed, a confession.
Dang.
And they would consider that like a confession. So if somebody's on tape saying they sold drugs and they ain't been to jail, then you have to question it.
What about if a nigga just called for some weed? You think they got me tapped? Weed is good. I'm good in LA. You can talk
They don't
about.
care nothing about no weed no more.
Right.
Now, how do you feel about that? Since this is a show, Hip Hop History High, how do you feel about it now? There's like a field now that people are profiting off of and not going to jail.
Well, they should be letting first of all, they should let all the
Right.
people out of jail that's in jail for weed. But yeah, I think they should let all the guys out of prison that's in prison right now for selling drugs. I mean, selling marijuana. Really, all drugs, you know.
Nah, they ain't going with all that shit. You gotta get them crack niggas out of here, man. What's the most amount of cocaine you've seen in one space?
200 keys.
How much? Do it like they tell stories in jail. Man, it was over here and it was over here. No disrespect, but you know, niggas that did time animated with the stories.
No doubt. I've
200
been there.
kilos.
I've been there. I've been to jail.
I know. 200 kilos.
That's where the rapper got it from, because he used to sit there and listen to guys tell all the stories.
Stories about you.
Yeah, and so he picked it up and he was like, oh man, all I gotta do is say I sold 300 kilos and I'm home.
Thank you for being here today, man. Yes.
No doubt.
I say, oh shit. I think I need to order some Kingston Royals off of Ease tonight. That was quick.